We begin with breaking news. Fire crews are battling a brush fire near Avra Valley right now.
We're told it's in the area of Anway and Manville, and Pima County Sheriff's deputies are conducting precautionary evacuations. There's currently a red flag warning due to those strong and gusty winds. We have live team coverage tonight on what this warning means for fire conditions. Our chief meteorologist, Matt Bro, is standing by in studio to break down those conditions. For Tucson's Angelique Lizardi is live from the brush fire scene in Avra Valley, and Shelley Jackson is live from Midtown with more on those fire dangers. But we begin with Angelique. Angelique, what's the latest on this fire?
Yeah, well, Sean and Amanda, I can tell you we are live here just off of West Scrub Brush Road. We're right here behind us. You could see that Northwest fire already on scene here, trying to control this brush fire, where they're trying to determine exactly what time this actually happened. But they can tell us, though, right now in terms of crews out here, we do have Avra Valley Fire, Red Rock, Northwest, and Golder Ranch Fire out here all working together to help control this brush fire. They are saying that this brush fire does span at least 3 to 5 miles at this time. And of course, this dry vegetation that you see here around us is really not helping this situation. So right now, crews tell us they are going to stay out here to try to control the fire, which they say is very low to the ground. That's why you can't really see any smoke from our vantage point. But of course, stay with News 4 Tucson for the latest on this developing story. But right now, we're going to throw it over to News 4 Tucson's chief meteorologist, Matt Brode, to kind of explain a little bit more in regards to these very brushy, I guess, very strong winds that, of course, we're seeing and experiencing out here in Avra Valley. Matt.
All right, Angelique, nice work out there. And yeah, you just hit the nail on the head. But we have 3 ingredients that create red flag conditions. That is warm temperatures. We check box for that one. We have very gusty winds. If you've been outside, you know we can check that box. And we also have very low relative humidities. That's why we have the red flag warning till 8 o'clock. But do keep in mind, just got to get through the next few hours. Mother Nature is going to give us a little bit of a treat here over the course of the next 12 hours or so. In addition, still tracking wind advisories east of the city of Tucson. And in addition, a blowing dust advisory. We had a blowing dust warning that is thankfully expired for northeastern Cochise County. But heads up, traveling not advised through the 8 o'clock hour from Tucson to Phoenix. I mean, if you got to stay in town, visibility in town looking okay. But once you get on the highways, things can really change on a dime. And if you do run into that blowing dust, pull the vehicle on the shoulder, off the shoulder, into park, turn off the lights. You don't want to be rear-ended. Let's go to the wind gusts, still elevated, anywhere from 35 close at times to 50 miles per hour. But over the course of the next several hours, wind speeds should start to die down. What's propelling the wind? A strong cold front off to our northwest. As this continues to push on through, the winds will stay active for the next several hours, but then they'll die down. And on the heels of that, we are talking about some valley rain and mountain snow chances. So Mother Nature delivering kind of a 1-2 punch. Punch number 1, not too good for the fire danger. Punch number 2, going to do a lot to help that.
All right, thank you, Matt. And folks, you know, even though there's a big danger with the outlying areas, we also have some concerns with places near the city. With that, let's bring in News 4 Tucson's Shelley Jackson, who's live in Midtown with more on the fire dangers posed by this warning. Shelley.
Well, Sean, it is a little early in the year for a red flag warning, but experts say it's a perfect storm of weather conditions that's fueling it. A large brush fire burned Monday near I-19 in Valencia. And with today's weather conditions, the fire danger is high. Red flag warnings are issued when we have very low relative humidity, gusty winds, and warm conditions.
And we've been in the 80s. We have winds gusting close to 40 miles per hour today, and obviously relative humidities in the teens. So you put those 3 things together, and that is just a recipe for high fire danger.
The smallest spark can start a fire